And it's on.
Okay. Cell phones. They're everywhere. We can see images and get information with just the swipe of a finger. They allow us to talk to multiple people through text messages. Cell phones are very powerful and they can be used for good and for bad. According to a 2010 Pew Internet and Life Project survey, 20% of children between the ages of 6 and 11 have a cell phone. This number jumps to 75% for kids between the ages of 11 and 17. I understand that the decision to let a child have a cell phone is personal and one that every family has to make. There are three main reasons why I feel kids should not have a cell phone: cost, distraction, and safety. First, cost. I don't know about you, but as much as I would like to have a money tree growing in my backyard, I don't. I have to work hard and budget for everything that I have. Cell phones can, the cost of cell phones can add up fast. Basic text and talk phone plans generally cost between $40 and $60 a month per phone. Add additional data allowances that are on average about $20 a month. And then that's just the basics. You have to add on the phone, which can vary greatly depending on the phone that you choose. Now, if your kids are like mine, they're not all that responsible, and the phone would be lost or damaged within a month. So you have to replace it. Not only that, there's a case protector, ringtones, games. Most kids under the age of 16 that I know don't have any source of income. So who's going to pay for this every single month? The second reason is distractions. Everyone can get distracted and lose focus or track of time. Cell phones just seem to exaggerate the problem. A study conducted by the University of Alabama examined 77 children as they experienced a virtual reality environment, replicating the process of crossing a busy street. The kids saw traffic moving in both directions and heard naturalistic sounds presented through a stereo speaker system. The children were wearing aprons that contained a cell phone. Randomly, the children received a phone call. During the conversation, the children were asked simple questions like, "What's your favorite television show?" or "What do you like to do for fun?" The researchers found that when using the cell phone, the kids were significantly more likely to be hit by a car or have a close call. It didn't matter if the kids were experienced cell phone users or not. Another distraction happens at school. The Pew Internet and American Life Project reveals that almost 65% of the teenagers that have cell phones use it on their school grounds. What are they using it for? Cheating, maybe? 23% of teens using cell phones in school do not consider texting questions to their friends as cheating. 19% of those cell phone using students didn't consider surfing the internet to find the answers as cheating. What are these kids learning? Is it fair to them? Not only is there the temptation to cheat, but kids are losing the art of communication. Have you ever watched a group of kids with their phones? Heads down, fingers flying. They're talking to each other, but they're not verbally talking. Their body language shows that they aren't interested in anything around them. They seem to be so self-involved, and heaven forbid if you ask them to put the phone away. Life is just over. They're on them day and night, and it is affecting them. Dr. Ira E. Hyman of Psychology Today says that cell phones can be addictive and be the cause of lack of sleep. The University of California, Los Angeles tracked 535 area high school students. The researchers found that the more time a student skipped on sleep, the worse he or she did on assignments or tests. Kids don't even realize how much time they spend on their phones. My friend told me that she was looking at her phone statement and noticed that her 14-year-old daughter had been on her phone for 11 hours in one day. She is regretting letting her daughter have an iPhone. Do kids have enough self-control to own a phone? The principal reason that I feel kids should not have a phone is safety. Texting and driving, cyberbullying, and sexting are a few of the biggest threats. The National Highway Transportation Transportation Safety Association has determined that driver inattention is a primary or contributing factor in as many as 25% of all police-reported traffic accidents. People can become so absorbed in their conversations or other cell phone use that their ability to concentrate on the act of driving is severely impaired. In November of 2005, a Colorado 17-year-old lost control of his car while he was text messaging and hit a bicyclist. The bicyclist died 2 days after the accident. The boy was charged with a misdemeanor, which comes with a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison. He will have this tragedy follow him for the rest of his life, all because of a cell phone. Cyberbullying is when a child or teenager is harassed, humiliated, embarrassed, threatened, or tormented using digital technology. It happens every day. Cyberbullying takes out the intimate factor of face-to-face interaction. The bully can't see, nor do they have any guilt about the hurt and pain that they've inflicted. The victim is very much alone. They usually don't let anyone know that it is happening, and they suffer in silence. These are average 12 to 14-year-old kids. According to a new study published in the Medical Journal of Pediatrics, 1 in 5 middle school-age students are sexting. Sexting is the act of sending and or receiving sexually explicit text or photo messages. Researchers at the University of Texas Medical Branch found teens who sext may be more likely to engage in sexual behaviors. The earlier kids are exposed to sex, the earlier they will engage. We have to keep it out of their hands. In the 2012 October General Conference, Elder Dallin H. Oaks said, "Children are highly vulnerable. They have little to no power to protect or provide for themselves, and little influence on so much that is vital to their well-being. It is our job as parents, friends, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters to protect these special spirits that have been sent to us. I urge all of you to consider the implications that giving a child a phone can and will have. It is up to you to protect them."